Chapter 11, The Scientist. Voices continue crackling to the speaker of the old radio, using several terms which cause the smile on your face to widen. They're scientists, listen. Extract, our hypothesis, experiments. It's like music to my ears. But what are they doing on Moku? Probably researching the island's unique ecosystem, just like me. We can't let our guard down, though. For all we know, their use of scientific terms could be a trap to lure us in. You're the only person I know who would that to work on. She reaches into the waterproof trunks and pulls out her atlas. Turning the map to the map of Moku, she marks the places you've been with an X. Wherever they are, we've got to figure out where they are. Well, they can't be close, or else we would have seen signs of them by now. She continues marking until only on the far side of the island remains untouched. Mount Moku. They must be hidden in the valley on the other side of the volcano. This is the break we've been waiting for. We'll see. I'd be surprised if they'd help us easily. Well, we have to try. We don't sabotage this before we've even had a shot. John, I didn't... Save it. I'm gonna freshen up, at least for one of us makes a good impression. After rinsing off in a pool of fresh water, you kneel down beneath the trees and pull some clean clothes out of your bag. If there was ever a cool scientist club, this outfit would be the ticket in. And then I'll prove to Anne that I was right. This is cool scientist club material? Okay. Who the hell is playing the ukulele? It's getting annoying. You slip on the leather jacket and secure the silky scarf around your neck. This'll do the job nicely. I already feel more in my element. You hear rustling and glance up to see Anne parting the palms with one hand shielding her eyes. I swear I'm not peeking, I just wanted to talk to you. I'm dressed, you can open your eyes. She does as instructed, jaw dropping as her eyes sweep over your form. Whoa, you clean up well. You sound surprised. Not surprised, just I like the look. I see you changed for the occasion, too. You said to make a good impression, I listened. But they won't give me a second thought when they see you. Anyway, I just wanted to say sorry about earlier, Doc. I wanted to be excited about the people on the radio, but you've been burned before, I get it. But what other choice do we have? We don't have a whole lot of options to be rescued, and if they have a radio, well, I bet they also have more equipment at their base. You've got a point. Okay, let's see if we can find them. But I swear, if they seem fishy, I'm out of there. I won't begrudge you that. After several hours of hiking through the mountain range, you take a seat on a large boulder to catch your breath. I need to breathe. She doubles back and joins you. She hands you a repurposed liquor bottle, now full of water. Clean bottle, clean water. Drink it. You ever wonder what we'd be doing if we left Moku like we planned? I guess I'd be spending a night or two with a certain captain. Oh, even if we stuck to our original plan. My charms would have worked on you regardless. And those nights, let's just say we would have been busy. We wouldn't see the sun for a few days. Or walk straight. Something like that. She chuckles and takes your hand in hers. Her palm is firm, rough, calloused from years at sea, but an instant comfort washes over you. What about you? Where'd you be if we never got shipwrecked? Sailing far, far away from this godforsaken island. Is there room for a first mate on this voyage? I could make an exception just this once. Your eyes meet, and you feel an invisible thread pulling you towards her. You both lean in, pausing before your lips meet. John. You close your eyes in anticipation as she closes the gap, kissing you deeply. Her tongue sweeps across your bottom lip as you grab fistfuls of her shirt. Your head spins from her intoxicating kisses. As quickly as the kiss comes, well, she breaks away. Both of you breathing heavily, you can't help but grin. And on that note, we should find this base before it gets dark. Not long after you start your descent down the other side, the mountains open up, giving you an unobstructed view of a hidden valley by the coast. My eyes deceiving me, or is that it? You can't stop staring at the series of large tents tucked away at the foot of the hill. The rainforest hides their base well. There are at least a dozen tents down there. We're saved! You hurry down the mountainside, but she calls out behind you. Wait, Doc, we don't even know anything about them. But you keep bounding towards the camp, heart racing with excitement. The damp rainforest clings to you as you step out on the clearing, taking in the sprawling camp before you. Wow, they literally have glass domes and everything. It's a waste. Wow, their setup is amazing. They even have their own portable laboratory. She points to a tent with a long table inside covered in full serving bowls and glasses. Look at the lab. They've got food and water. In front of you, a figure emerges from a dome-shaped lab, staring at you with a startled look across her face. Oh my god! After a moment, her expression smoothed over into a wide smile. I can't say I was expecting guests here of all place, but I'm always up for entertaining. Hi, I'm Dr. John Lico. I'm an ecologist researching Moku's ecosystem. I should have guessed you were a field researcher from that outfit you're wearing, Dr. Lico. You'll have to tell me where you shop. I can never find a jacket with the same enough pockets for all my samples. Ahem. Oh, and this is, Anne Bonnie, my, guide. Your guide? Oh, no. It's a pleasure to meet you both. I'm Dr. Halalin Hale, the lead researcher for an epidemiological study we're conducting. Alani? Yeah. Listen, her name is weird. Listen, I have also only had about an hour's sleep. Leave me alone. Wonderful! Perhaps our research has some overlap. I've been trying to catalog everything I find here, but there's so much. My field journal is bursting with observations. I completely understand. I couldn't believe how much untapped potential awaited me here. And we're been focused on how we've stuck on this rock. Alani, tell me you've got a way off. Please, Dr. Hale, if you don't mind. Dr. Hale, do you have a boat or a plane or something to get off Moku? We've been stranded here for a little while, and they have been doing everything we can to get home. That's terrible. What happened? Her boat was destroyed in the latest storm. Unfortunately, my ship was also lost in that storm. That's awfully convenient. Don't you have resources to call for help with something? And Dr. Hale isn't being interrogated here. It's quite alright, Dr. Lico. Being trapped would push anyone to their limit. I'm confident we'll devise a solution to our situation. In the meantime, there's so much work to be done. Let me show you my lab. Dr. Hale gestures you to follow her toward the dome-shaped laboratory. You excitedly whisper to her. This is so cool. I've never been such an advanced portable lab. Yeah, it's something. As soon as you enter through the doors, you let out an audible gasp at the state-of-the-art equipment. Looks nice. Incredible. I can't believe you managed to set all this up. My research requires it. How else could we conduct our research into the diseases in Moku's fauna? You're studying diseases on Moku? That's what I said. Don't make me repeat myself. The part of the island is a rainforest, which, as I'm sure you know, means a robust wildlife population. Dr. Hale turns, Haley? Turns her back to you as she continues talking about her research, and whispers to you. I have a bad feeling about her. Let's play along for now. I only trust her as far as I can throw her, but we should confirm our hypothesis first. I hate to be wrong and lose our chance off Moku. She silently nods as Dr. Haley turns to you, smiling warmly. It could be Hale or Haley, both pronunciations work. I hope I'm not interrupting. Tell me more about what led you to here, Dr. Lico. Well, I've been collecting samples of several endemic floral species. I'd love to hear more about your work. What made you decide to go into your field? Actually, I started in ornithology. In fact, it's still a hobby of mine. I didn't realize bird call watching was a career. It's far from simply bird watching. You learn so much about the ecosystem's evolution from studying an area's avifauna. Here, let me show you something, Dr. Lico. There's a glint in her eyes as she pulls out a book full of biological illustrations. That's fascinating. You flip through the pages, taking a closer look at the carefully drawn sketches. Each one details the complete anatomy of a range of species. All of these are found on an island? You must have dozens here. Over 100, actually. This must have taken years to procure. Indeed, I've been working on this for quite some time. With this level of detail, I can tell. As you trace your fingertip over the illustration of a gorgeous kingfisher and points to a diagram of a fruit dove's anatomy. How do you know what it looks like on the inside? Did you cut it open? And most scientists use their humane methods like imaging. They do, though autopsies are far more reliable. So you killed every one of the animals in these drawings? No need for dramatic accusations. I collected the remains of the specimens that died of natural causes. You turn the page and the striking large wings of a familiar bird catches your eye. That's Polly, for I rescued it from the trap. Are you alright, Dr. Liku? You look ill. I'm fine. I was just wondering what the internal musculature details are missing on this one. Oh, that. It's so unfortunate. Some animal got to the specimen before we could study it. Dr. Haley returns to the journal to the bookshelf. While she's distracted, you whisper to Anne, "You were right. I was the one who freed the pair from the trap. Haley must have set. She would have killed it if I never came along. This must be why there are so few animals on Moku. They're setting traps for them on the island. Damn it. Sometimes I hate being right." She steps forward, studying the laboratory with a focused intensity. She taps the center of a map pinned to the wall. Why Moku Island? Excuse me? I don't like to repeat myself either. You said you were studying diseases, not animals. You could have done your research anywhere. Work in your field takes years, right? Why pick an island on the brink of a volcanic extinction when you could have had more time someplace else? I wouldn't expect someone like you to understand. Like me. Because I'm not a scientist or not as educated. I don't need a PhD to know things aren't adding up. Or perhaps if your lack of education that prevents you from seeing how the holistic picture. Dr. Hale. She doesn't deserve to be treated with contempt. Intelligence isn't something confined to a classroom, Dr. Hale. Show her the respect she deserves. Yeah, what he said. Dr. Hale eyes the two of you and takes a moment to regain her composure. Forgive me. It felt like I was being put on trial. You eye a door labeled restricted nearby. You take a step towards it to peer through the window. But the doctor immediately blocks your path, glaring at you intensely. My reasons for choosing Moku are similar to yours, Dr. Liko. There are things on this island that don't exist in other places. You open your mouth to retort, but a deep voice calls from outside. Haley, new development. You're 10th in 5. I think that's enough of our tour for now. Clearly I have business to attend to. She briskly escorts you and Anne out of the lab, then plasters a thinly veiled smile on Orpheus' face. Go ahead, grab something to eat or drink while you wait for my return. She points you to the direction of the mess hall, and then disappears into another tent. You immediately turn to Anne, keeping your voice low. Did you see how protective she was of whatever's behind that door in the lab? Yeah, if she's lying about her research, I bet she's lying about a way off the island as well. She didn't even seem remotely concerned about having an exit strategy. The whole place reeks. This is her only chance to sneak back in the lab and see what she's hiding. She'll never know. Don't you want to get some answers? Diamond choice. Investigate the lab. Okay, let's do this. You know, I've never spied on anyone before. She quickly covers your mouth and growls in your ear. Shh, not so loud. You want to blow your cover? Who's talking spy lingo now? Just follow my lead. She releases you, then looks around before leading you behind one of the tents. And then from here, you can see a guard now patrolling the lab's entrance. Really? This guy gets all over the place. I guess she's really protective over her research. Or she has something to hide. The sound of footsteps alerts you to another guard's presence. Holy sweet Jesus, Jung, it's you. Noah, have you seen the guests around? The guards approach your hiding spot with an opposite side. You look for somewhere to hide. There's just enough room to slip into the tent, or you could hide behind the nearby tower of crates. Run to the crates. Grab her hand, tug her towards the crates, keeping low so the guards spot you behind the supplies. You arrive at the tower of the crates, a bit breathless. She backs you into the wood, obscuring you from view. Shh. She presses her body flush against you. Her cheeks warm. Yours as her hands rest on your hips, steadying you. Did you check the mess hall? The searching guard's voices and footsteps can be heard just a few feet away from the crates on the other side, and you meet her gaze. Please leave. Nothing to see here. For both our sakes, I hope they're there. You wait for the footsteps to grow distant before you let out a breath you were holding. I think they're gone. But Anne doesn't move. Her body remains firm against yours as her hands snake down your hips, her lips brush your cheek, and tickle the skin beneath your ear. Maybe we should wait a bit more to make sure. You find yourself melting into the protective comfort of her muscular body, but you shake your head, pulling yourself out of your reverie. Come on, the longer we wait, the greater chance we get caught. While the coast is clear, you hurry to the lab entrance and slip inside. Hold up. She pulls you behind one of the desks. You carefully peek around the corner and see a scientist idling near the restricted door. Oh. Oh, whatever. These cells are decomposing at an accelerated rate. What do we do? He's blocking the door. Easy. Knock him out and we go our merry way. We can't do that. He'd catch us before we could say Moku Island. Repeat after me, no violence. Fine, no violence. She grumbles and then lets her eyes light up and grins at you. Just remember, Doc, this was your idea. What's that supposed to... She is gone. She settles over to the scientist and winks at him. Hey, handsome. Are you hydrogen? Because you're number one in my books. She flirting with him, seriously? Oh, that's a good line. I don't think I've seen you around here before. That's because you weren't really looking. Scientist closes the distance between the two, and she runs his hand down her muscular arm. You know, you must be an alkali metal. One touch and I can tell you're highly reactive. Oh, In fact, if you were a virus, I'd beg to be infected with your love. That's it. You charge over the two of them across the room. The scientist immediately steps back when he sees you. There you are. I've been looking for you everywhere, sweetheart. But what are you doing with him? I can't believe it. You're cheating on me. It's not what it looks like. Hold up. You're not single. Flat out. This is between me and the woman. I'm going to leave the two of you alone. Clearly you have some stuff to figure out. He slowly backs away before exiting the lab. She looks out and lets out a hearty chuckle. Nice one. I almost believed you. Who said it was an act? You really had to flirt with him? But you're my number one element. You roll your eyes and then head to the restricted door before the scientist can return. Her fingertips graze the top of your thigh as she grips the hard handle of the door, pulling it shut. Once it's tightly sealed, she trails her hand down the curve of your waist, stopping at your hip to drop it back down to her side. Damn, is every lab like this? More or less. We should get started. There's a lot of ground to cover. You look around the lab. Reports and charts are scattered across every surface you can see. She picks up a stack of papers, trying to decipher them. I'm not sure I know what I'm looking at. The best bet is finding Dr. Hale's lab results. They'll provide us with more definitive data about our research. So documents with a bunch of numbers and figures? We should also check the storage units for samples she collected. I'll start there. It sounded more fun than reports. After a few minutes of searching, you move over to study the liquid in a petri dish beneath a large microscope. I know we don't trust her, but she has a great taste in equipment. It all looks pretty creepy to me. She's got syringes filled with blood in here. Let me see. Those must be the blood samples from the diseased animals. Though I don't know why she'd keep them in syringes. They should be cataloged. Your guess is as good as mine. You lean over her shoulder to get a better look inside the small fridge she's opened. Wait a second. Why does it say P. falciparum on the label? That's the name for race to review the paperwork you scanned earlier, reading it more thoroughly. This time your stomach drops. These aren't blood samples. They're a live strain of malaria. She extracted these from sick animals? No, these guns are used to inject substances. She's not curing the animals, she's spreading the diseases. You show Anne the detailed observations of the infected animals, and your stomach continues to churn. Hey, welcome to the world, for those of you watching. This literally happens in laboratories all over the world. These methods she's using, they're barbaric. She's torturing these creatures with horrible diseases until they die. Yep, it happens in laboratories all over the world. China, Russia, America, everywhere. What sort of sick hell did we stumble into? I think I'm gonna be sick. How can I help? Just tell me we're gonna stop this. You bend at the waist, putting your hands on your knees as a wave of nausea overtakes you. She clenches her fist. I swear we're gonna end this. Haley won't get her way with her so-called research. You take a few deep breaths, waiting for the sick feeling to pass. Finally, you straighten up and face her. Thank you. I needed that. Just then, you hear footsteps on the other side of the door. You quickly duck behind a desk as your door opens and the scientist from earlier enters. Thank God they're gone. I did not need to get involved with them. And just take the syringe and inject it in him, and then watch the fun begin. While his back is turned, you and Anne slip out of the lab. What do you want to do now that we know? We should follow her instructions for now. It's best we pretend we don't know anything. Then we burn the sucker down as you walk past her tent towards the mess hall. The sound of raised voices catches your attention. You pause to listen, but can't make out what they're saying. Who do you think she's arguing with? Only one way to find out. Anne tiptoes over the tent and pulls back the flap just enough to peek inside. Before you can join her, she drops the canvas and tugs your arm. We need to leave now. I don't think they plan on letting us leave, not alive anyway. What did you see to make you think that? There's a deep chuckle behind you in response. Me. She saw me. Anne freezes, her eyes fixed behind you, your veins turn to ice as you turn to see an imposing figure a few feet away from you, grinning. Okay, who are you? I mean, I'm assuming her prior colleague. You. Get the hell away from me. Wait, how do you know her? This woman tried to kill me on the docks before you rescued me. She didn't want me coming to Moku. I tried to warn you. Pity you didn't listen when you had the chance. But lucky for me, you brought Anne Bonnie with you. Hold on. And you know each other? Go on, introduce us, Anne. She grits her teeth and barely contain rage. This is Takyoni, my former business partner. The one who stole your boat and left you for dead? The very same. Lovely to meet you, John. Hate you. Without further ado, thanks for watching. Please remember to like, share, and smash that subscribe button. And head down screen from below, links to social media, so a few links to support me and the content, and hit that join button if you want to help support the channel and continue the VIP string, among other things. Once again, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all later. Peace out.